Many of us grow up believing calm is something you find. We imagine it waiting somewhere ahead, just beyond the next bend in the road. We wait for the moment when fear fades, when the mind finally quiets, when life settles enough to feel safe again. We tell ourselves, once this passes, I'll be okay. Once I understand this better, calm will come. And for a moment, that hope can feel comforting. For many of us, it's what keeps us going. But it can also quietly become a trap, because calm doesn't always arrive the way we expect. Fear lingers longer than we hoped. The mind keeps talking. Life keeps moving forward, whether we feel ready or not. And so many of us end up waiting, wondering what we're doing wrong. The Warden offers a different understanding. Calm is not a feeling that appears only when everything is safe. Calm is a skill we can practice, even while fear is still present. Not only after the storm, not only when certainty returns, but here, in the middle of the path. And that difference between waiting for calm and learning to train it can change how we move through the world. It can change how we breathe when things feel tight. It can change how we listen when our thoughts grow loud. It can change how we move when fear shows up beside us. If you've ever understood anxiety, if you've known the explanations, if you've caught yourself thinking, I shouldn't feel this way, and still felt pulled around by it, this lesson is for you. Many of us arrive on this path with knowledge. We've read the books, we've watched the videos, we've learned the explanations. We can describe anxiety clearly. We can explain where it comes from. Some of us can even teach it to others. We understand why anxiety shows up. We know it's an alarm meant to protect us. We know it isn't dangerous. We know it tends to rise and fall. And still, the body tightens, the breath shortens, the urge to escape takes over. This moment confuses many of us. I know better, we tell ourselves. So why does this still feel so powerful? This isn't failure, and it isn't a lack of insight. It's how we learn. Understanding helps us make sense of fear, but understanding alone doesn't always change how the body responds. We don't learn safety only by thinking it through. We learn by living it. By staying a little longer, by noticing what happens when we don't rush away, by discovering over time that we can move through moments that feel hard. This is why reassurance fades. A calm thought can help in the moment, but the deeper question remains. Have we been here before and made it through? This is why insight alone doesn't always last. We can know the map perfectly and still feel unsure when the storm rolls in. Knowing the path doesn't train the legs. Understanding the terrain doesn't steady the breath. This is why knowing better doesn't always feel better. Calm is not something we think into existence. It's something we train, gradually, through practice, over time. The Warden offers a rule many of us resist at first. What we do often shapes how we feel more than waiting for the feeling to change first. This can sound backward. Many of us were taught to wait until we feel ready, to wait until fear fades, to wait until confidence appears. But for most of us, waiting only keeps us standing still. We don't learn courage by promising ourselves we'll be brave. We don't learn calm by hoping fear will disappear. We learn by experience. Not through big, dramatic moments, but through small actions, taken gently, repeated over time. This is why the Warden doesn't ask us to feel calm first. Calm isn't the entry requirement. Calm is what grows as we practice. We don't breathe because we feel calm. We breathe so we can discover calm is possible. We don't approach because fear is gone. We approach so we can learn that fear doesn't get to decide the path. This isn't forcing ourselves. It isn't pushing through pain. It isn't pretending fear isn't there. It's learning how to move with fear beside us. Imagine an unlit torch. We don't wait for warmth before striking the flame. We strike and then warmth follows. We tend to learn the same way. We discover safety after we stay. We discover steadiness after we breathe. We discover confidence after we take a step. This is why understanding alone can feel helpful but incomplete. Knowing the idea doesn't always change the experience. The Warden teaches patience here. Small actions, chosen deliberately, practiced imperfectly. Not once, not to get it right, but again and again and again. This isn't toughness. It isn't willpower. It's training. And over time, we begin to learn something new. I can stay. I can breathe. I don't have to run. The Warden does not use the breath to escape fear. We don't breathe to make discomfort disappear. We don't breathe to force calm to arrive. The breath is used as a bridge from reaction back to choice. When fear rises, our bodies prepare to move. Muscles tighten, the chest lifts, the breath grows shallow. This isn't a mistake. It's the alarm doing what alarms do, trying to get our attention. The Warden doesn't try to silence the alarm. The Warden helps us change how we respond to it. When we slow the breath, especially the exhale, we offer the body new information. We may not be completely safe, but we are safe enough to stay. Not safe forever, not safe from discomfort, not safe from uncertainty, safe enough for this moment. Safe enough to keep our feet on the ground, safe enough to keep our eyes open, safe enough to choose a next step, even a small one. This is often all calm requires. Not certainty, not control, not the absence of fear, just enough space to respond instead of react. One breath doesn't end the storm. One breath doesn't solve the problem. One breath doesn't make us fearless, but it can open a path through the storm. It gives us lived proof. I can stay. I can feel this. Discomfort doesn't mean danger. And with enough returns to the breath, the bridge becomes familiar. What once felt like chaos becomes a crossing we know how to make. Many of us hear our thoughts and assume they must be obeyed. They arrive quickly, often without invitation. What if this goes wrong? What if I can't handle it? What if this never ends? These thoughts can feel urgent. They speak in warnings. They often sound certain. They ask for immediate attention. It's easy for many of us to assume these thoughts are instructions, that they must be answered, solved, followed. The Warden offers a different way of listening. We don't need to argue with our thoughts. We don't need to chase them away. We don't need to demand silence. We remember something simpler. Thoughts are not orders. They are more like weather passing through the mind. Some days the sky feels clear. Some days clouds gather. Some days storms move in quickly and pass just as quickly. None of this requires permission. None of it needs control. We don't argue with the clouds. We don't wait for the sky to clear before we keep walking. We notice and we keep walking. This isn't ignoring our thoughts. It isn't pretending they aren't there. It's learning that we can carry them without letting them carry us. Over time, the mind loosens its grip, not because thoughts disappear, but because they no longer decide the path. Not by force, not by suppression, but by practice. Each time we notice a thought and keep walking anyway, we strengthen the Warden within us. For many of us, fear grows when we run from it. Not because we are weak, not because we lack courage, not because we failed. Fear grows because over time, avoidance teaches fear where it belongs. We are always learning from what we do, from what we approach, from what we step away from. Each time we leave a moment quickly, each time we distract ourselves, each time we wait for fear to pass before returning, our body learns something important. You were right. That really mattered. The body doesn't sort through the details. It remembers the movement. It remembers the relief. And often, the next time, fear shows up sooner, louder, more convincing. This isn't a flaw. It's how learning tends to work. Each escape can make fear feel stronger, but each return can teach something new. This is uncomfortable, and I can stay. I can breathe. I don't have to disappear to be safe. Courage doesn't have to look dramatic. It doesn't have to mean charging forward. It doesn't have to mean pushing through pain. Often, courage is quiet. It's staying just long enough to let the lesson change. One step, one moment, one return. This is often how fear begins to loosen its grip. The goal was never to defeat our minds. the Warden teaches something harder and kinder. We aren't here to silence our thoughts. We aren't here to eliminate fear. We aren't here to become calm forever. We're here to learn how to relate to our minds differently, to guard the gate, to notice what enters, to choose what we follow, to recognize when fear is present without letting it decide the path. This doesn't mean we don't falter. All of us do. The Warden doesn't demand perfection. The Warden teaches return. When we falter, we return to the breath. When we doubt, we return to the practice. When fear grows loud, we return to the path. This isn't failure. This is the work. We are not fearless. We are faithful. Faithful to the practice, even when it feels small. Faithful to the path, even when it feels slow. Faithful to ourselves, even when the mind argues otherwise. This is what Level Up Your Mind, The Quest for Calm was written to offer. Not escape, not control, not the absence of fear. Training our attention, training our breath, training our ability to stay. This is how we begin to become the wardens of our own mind. If this lesson resonated, let's take a moment together. Not to analyze it, not to remember every word, just to notice how we feel right now. That noticing, that small return, is already a part of the practice. More lessons will be coming, not to overwhelm us, not to rush us, but to meet us where we already are. And when the Quest for Calm book arrives, it won't ask us to become someone new. It will simply continue what we've already begun. Training. Until then, we return to the breath. Not to escape, not to fix, just to stay. The path is still beneath our feet, and in our own way, we already know how to walk it.